my name is Vance Bollinger, and I teach piano at REW Music. I make lessons fun by including games. So we're not just going to be working on making your music better the whole lesson every time. No, we're going to change things up. We're going to incorporate lots of different learning styles to address the different needs of all students, and then just the fact that each individual student benefits from a wide variety of instruction. So the most traditional music learning is done through reading, but we'll also incorporate listening, and then I will also bring in analogies and kind of models to help make it make sense for you. We're also going to include lots of different music styles. So that's anything from pop to classical to jazz. And I even had one student who was working on a country song for a while. You should take lessons with me because more than anything, I believe in this thing called the growth mindset. So the easiest way to describe the growth mindset is to talk about its evil twin, the fixed mindset, which is something that I used to have. And so when we have the fixed mindset in music, we kind of tell ourselves, I'll be happy when I'm good enough, or when my music sounds perfect. Does that sound familiar? And so the opposite of that is to enjoy the learning process, to get excited about learning to solve problems, and most of all, to really get the most out of your practice time. Because guess what? Everyone has time restraints, and everyone's searching for that practice time. So rather than trying to find enough, we're going to instead in lessons find how to make that practice time really meaningful so that we're thinking about what you're doing and getting the most out of it. So that's one reason why you should take lessons with me. And the other reason you should take lessons with me is because I uniquely customize my lesson curriculum for each individual student. No two students are the same, and so no two students are taught the same way by me. And just some examples of how I expand what's traditionally available in the method books include sight reading examples, bringing music that you really enjoy from your life, whether that's learning music for a special occasion or if that's just a song that you always jam out to in the car. These are things that I can listen to, I can transcribe and arrange for you to make them fit whatever ability or interest level you have. Alright, so I would say the number one pitfall, broadly speaking, is learning this song only from lead sheet. So let's instead talk about how I think is best to learn this song, or jazz in general. So we've got what notes to play. That's question number one. Question number two is how to play them. So for work song specifically, right now we're addressing how to improvise, especially if you might be new to improvisation. That can be kind of a lot to take in. So for what notes to play, I would say there's really two options, and then there's a little bit of a glue between the two. The first option is just your F melodic minor scale, which sounds like this. Sounds nice. And then the other option is your F blues scale. Also sounds nice. And talking about the glue that holds them together, improvisationally speaking, I would call that bebop. So bebop is an entire genre of music, but for the sake of this short tutorial, I'm referring to bebop as chromatic alterations between notes. So for your first option, your F melodic minor scale, a chromatic alteration, which we can call bebop, might sound like this. So G flat's not on the scale, but if you put it in context, it sounds really cool. Okay, and what I think deserves a lot more attention is how to play the notes. So I think that the best way to do that is to transcribe. And I said before that the biggest pitfall is learning this through your lead sheet. So I urge you to play this recording over and over again and learn the melody, this part. just through a process of imitation. And then once you have that down, you can go on to transcribe Cannonball or Nat, his brother, or as I did, I transcribed Barry Harris, and I'd be happy to share that with you.